How can you do it? Isn't it scary? Don't you feel lonely? How can you enjoy it? These are the type of reactions that I always get whenever I say I'm traveling solo. So today, I'm telling you all about solo travel from my point of view after having done this for quite a few years. I'm also going to share with you tips and ways to travel smoothly to any new place while not feeling lonely. So a big shout out to all those newbie travelers out there. I know, you started your day with a big box of patience, but look, it's nearly empty now. But remember, patience always pays. So stick with me till the end of this video because it's going to be an info-filled journey. Travel meant adventure for me. That is what got me started with traveling in the first place. It felt so natural to me. But being a girl, things have never been easy. And traveling is the first thing which people make it tough for girls. I know it because I've been through it. And when I saw this comment on one of my posts, I knew I had to talk about this. So let's have a heart-to-heart talk about solo travel. What I'm about to say holds true for both guys and girls. Since we grow up and live in a society, it ends up dictating what we should and should not do with our lives. And traveling does not come in the list of things to be done. Hence, anyone dreaming of traveling is heavily discouraged. I remember when I first decided to travel solo, I was discouraged highly. I was told that it is not safe, you shouldn't be doing it, it's not worth it, what if someone attacks you, there is a clear physical danger involved, what if someone steals your valuables, your stuff, and blah blah blah. With all due respect, I know everyone was concerned, but अगर try ही नहीं किया तो पता कैसे चलेगा कि if it is for me or not? Believing that the world isn't a bad place, I started my journey as a solo traveler. I knew in my heart that humanity, kindness, and hospitality still existed. Hence, I began the search. I wanted to travel and see for myself what media didn't show us. I wanted to go beyond the tourist locations, go beyond the crowds. I wanted to live with the locals, dance with them, eat with them, sing, and be happy with them. I wanted to become one with the people of this world. For me, travel started very early on. I started traveling at the age of 17 and it has never run out of excitement since then. Traveling solo empowers you like no other activity. You do not need to wait for your friends or family to go on that trip with you. You can see what you want, do what you want, feel what you wish to feel, and spend time in whatever manner you like. For a lot of you, this is where you'll get stuck the most. But believe me, if you break free from this mindset, you'll truly enjoy what solo travel has to offer to you. It shows you that you are enough and you are all that you need. We'll get to the part where we discuss best practices and do's and don'ts in a bit. First, I have an experience to share. So there was this time when I was traveling to Chopta in Uttarakhand in India. तो क्या हुआ था कि इतनी ज़्यादा स्नोफॉल हो गई थी, इट वॉज एन अनप्रिडिक्टेड स्नोफॉल, कि सब रास्ते बंद हो गए थे. एंड मैं ऑलरेडी आई हैड रीच्ड दिस प्लेस कॉल्ड ऊखीमठ, जहाँ से मुझे चेंज करना था चोपटा के लिए. बट बिकॉज ऑफ स्नोफॉल सब कुछ बंद था, तो आई डिडंट नो व्हाट टू डू. रास्ते बंद थे. So I started asking people around ki what should I be doing. So they told me there is one last bus which is going to Sari village and that is where I should be going. My options were quite limited and I was starting to get anxious by then. So I went to the village, I spoke with a few locals and told them about my situation. Without a moment's hesitation, they let me in their cozy home. And the best part was ki Sari locals ko, when they got to know that I am stranded, everyone started debating as to who will get to host me. It was such an emotional moment for me that I cannot tell you. It felt like I'm staying with my family away from home. By the time when I was leaving, we both had tears in our eyes. I know, I have been in a gazillion more difficult situations like this. But do you know what helped me avoid a terrible outcome? Recommendations of a local and their own personal connections. Locals who ended up becoming family. एक पल को डर सा लगता है कि कहीं कोई मिसबिहेव ना कर ले, और एक पल इतनी खुशी मिलती है जब कोई रात के अंधेरे में ना सेफली छोड़ देता है. One of the biggest things which travel does to you is that you start to talk a lot. And when it's the local you start talking to, you get many new pieces of information, things which you cannot find in a book or a TV program or a documentary. And it's this talking that is going to keep you excited, safe, and informed. Not many media sources tell you, but people are not all that bad. Locals especially go out of their way to help you if you're new to a place. I have lost count of people who have helped me on my trip without batting an eyelid. Solo travel does bring its own challenges as well, and these challenges apply to all those who travel solo, irrespective of their gender. Being a female solo traveler, there are moments when I have to muster up my courage and confidence and keep myself safe and secure. When you have conviction in you, it shows in your behavior and your face, and that's the conviction which will many times take you out of sticky situation. Guys face their own issues when traveling solo, especially when it comes to staying with locals. The hosting families usually have second thoughts about hosting a single guy. Again, keeping your intentions clear and letting your true self shine from you is the best way to be accepted by others. Most of the time, beginner solo travelers start wondering how would they meet new people. Mostly, it is all about venturing out. Here are the 5 ways to do this. First, walking tours. Take out your walking shoes and check out some free or paid walking tours. Second, experiences on Airbnb. We all have heard about booking stays at Airbnb, but do you know that you can get locally curated experiences on Airbnb? No? Go check it out. Third, social travel app. Connect with like-minded travelers, explorers on social travel apps like Couchsurfing, Meetups, FB groups, and etc. Fourth, stay in hostels. Choose your accommodation wisely. Hostels and B&Bs are more social than many hotels and resorts. So I would say prefer hostel stays over hotels. Fifth, go to coffee shops. Coffee shops are hubs for freelancers. You never know who will turn out to be an interesting person. I do admit it will be scary. You'll be afraid of the countdown to the day of your trip. In fact, you'll start questioning yourself, what am I doing? So here are the 8 things that you should or should not do. First, research. I'm not going to advise you to become ignorant and not check up on the place you are headed off to. In fact, please do a preliminary research and find out all the details you need about the new place. Get a sense of the place using a map. Knowing the location of your airport, railway station, and your place of stay helps in easing the stress. Also, knowing a little bit about basic etiquettes and customs also goes a long way in ensuring smooth travel. Second, awareness. My advice to you is simple. Just be aware of everything. Especially for a woman traveling alone, it is essential for you to be aware of your actions and cultural customs which you may be unfamiliar with. Third, it's a good idea to stay with the locals and live like a local and experience the culture of the place. Equally important is to not be afraid. Whenever in doubt, a simple no is the best remedy for all tricky situations. Fear is capable of shaping experiences, and it is important to be aware of this, but to not let it negatively affect your travels and decisions. Use common sense, take calculated risks, and always know that everything works out in the end. Try as much as possible to arrive during the daytime. That ensures that all the local transports are functioning and the locals are also available at that time of the day. Sixth, don't disclose or broadcast the location of your stay till at least after your departure from that place. Seventh, one of the easiest ways to make yourself at home in a new, strange place is to smile. A smile can really do wonders. It's no joke. A simple smile can convey what even words or body language cannot. To give yourself a nice, comfortable, and a quick start, plan small. Pick a spot, it could be near to the city of your residence, or pick a spot which is known for its travelers. Pick an easy start point. The focus here should be to launch yourself in the traveling life, because once you do, there's no looking back after that. Having said all of this, solo travel is all about being responsible. If something goes right, you get to savor the joy and take the credit. Whereas if something goes wrong, you'll have to bear the consequences and the resulting emotions. Don't get me wrong, I'm referring to the feeling of independence which only solo travel brings with itself. There will be moments when you'll have a big group of locals and travelers to give you company, and sometimes you'll have to rely on yourself to get through the hard time. In the end, you're going to thank yourself and the idea of solo travel too for making you what you are. The best part about solo travel is that only the journey is solo. Once you reach the place, you get access to a huge section of society. People who will be locals or travelers themselves. You are almost never going to be alone on your solo trip. Having said all of this, I am not at all pushing you to do solo traveling. It isn't always a cushy ride. There are moments when you are the only one left to console yourself. Sometimes there's nobody to share happy and sad moments in travel. The feeling of homesickness also sets in and makes matter difficult. What I'm trying to say over here is that I wish to lay out in front of you is a choice. A choice to travel solo. Not doing it forcibly or because it's a cool thing to do. If traveling with a group of people or friends gets you going, then go for it. Even if you're traveling solo, you do not have to go alone. You can travel solo with groups and still have an amazing time. The idea over here is to not let anything hinder you from traveling. Just listen to me. Pick a spot, make the bookings, take that trip, just get up and do it. Despite whatever people tell you, the world is a lovely place filled with many generous strangers. Go out and embrace it. I hope the video and the story of my travels helped you in some way. If it did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are yet to take their first ever solo trip, and do let me know in the comments section what resonated with you the most. And if you haven't, do click on that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Until the next one, follow your dreams and keep vagabonding.